You got kicked out of the putt-putt course and now you're stuck here, you douche.
Yeah. Welcome to Wellworm Grove. You can play a 9-hole round. Not sure why you'd want to, though. The course is in terrible shape at the moment. Want to play around?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
God damn it, here you go. Fuck. I don't know why I get paid for this shit.
Dude.
What? Nah.
Dude.
Are you about to fuck some golf up?
No, I'm great at golf.
No, I meant fuck it up in a good way.
Oh, I don't know, no problem.
Like, you're gonna make golf your bitch.
When did you start going by golf?
I am the what? Oh.
Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
I'm fine with that. I'm good in sand. Said my ex-wife.
Whoa. Which one?
Oh, dude, come on. I keep forgetting I don't have my clubs from my playthrough. I've got the standards, so I'm like, oh yeah, I do great in sand.
That reminds me, the training classes I'm in at work currently, the last class I had like last week or something, one of the other people in there is this older lady, and I forget what exactly
You can suck on my fuzzy asshole.
I don't think I said that, but I forget exactly what I said to her. I don't think it really matters. But her reply threw me the fuck off. She went, "That sounds like something my first ex-husband would say."
I would just be like, I would just look there and be like, out of...
Like, yeah, I kind of laughed it off. Like, okay, but I'm like, wow, you made a point to say your first ex-husband.
That's what cracks me. God, man, I'm just not hitting my max today. That's what cracks me up, like, with some of the older ladies we've worked with and do work with. And, like, some of them just talk about, like, just being married in general. And I'm just like, who is the poor bastard
that had to settle for that?
I'm like, not even settled, but just wakes up and goes, yep, that's the one.
Yeah,
that's the one I'm stuck with.
That's my one.
But there's some, I'm just like, who and how did you trick?
Yeah.
I'm like, how? Like, there's human beings here of all race, nationality, sexual preferences, and creeds that are like, I don't even like standing by that bitch. I'm like, how did you trick one?
Yeah.
To go, yeah, we can do a ceremony and shit, and I'll wake up next to you for a year. Like,
or 75.
Yeah, like one. I remember like a year ago, one lady. She doesn't work there anymore. I'm pretty sure you know who I'm talking about. She was like,
"Oh fuck."
Yeah, she sucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, she just randomly asked me one day. She was like, "So how long you been married?" And I just raised my left hand. I was like, "I'm not married." She goes, "Yeah, I'll never get married again." She was like, "What? So you've been married twice?" I was like, "No, I've never been married." She goes, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah."
Yep, just said it.
Yeah, and she was like, "I can't believe that," and I was like, "I can. I just
I can't say I didn't."
Married. But yeah, she just naturally assumed everyone around her ever was married, and I was like, "Yeah, I've never been married." She goes, "I wish I could have went back and never got married," and I'm just like, "Who's the poor bastard that you fucking tricked into that shit?"
Yeah, it's weird how that's become like a conversation piece too, like. Like, speaking of, like, the training classes that I'm in for my stuff at work, I've had two other people in the group, I got a conversation, ask me, in order, are you married? No.
You dusty old whore!
And then the question that always follows that is, oh, do you have any kids? No.
Yeah. What? How fucked up is it? Like, how many teenagers got pregnant for how many years where the first question is, you married? No. And then the follow-up is, how many kids you got?
Yeah.
I'm like, none. Not married.
Yeah.
I have a sweet pull-out technique. It's called pull-out all the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Your penis shouldn't have done anything by the time it's out. You don't let it start doing shit and pull it out.
Yeah, there's no middle ground. It's either
fucking
you're in or you're out.
Fucking chumps. Like, I have so many friends, like, oh, so-and-so's pregnant. I'm like, you went live on center stage? They're like, no. I'm like, no, you did.
Yeah.
I'm like, you did. I'm like, it's supposed to come out and then stuff happens, not you feel good and then you move out.
Yeah.
That's like you taking a fucking 3 bites of a double cheeseburger and going, my diet starts now.
Yeah, it's like, whoa.
And then rewind to you in the parking lot going, my diet starts now. It's
yeah.
like, No, motherfucker, that's not how diets work.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
And I love when crazy religious people are like, you can't get pregnant on the first time. I'm like, sperm don't take it that way, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not the way the world works.
That was what. It was actually funny. I was thinking about this earlier today, when I was like, I got to think about stuff I can talk about for the show. And fuck, that wind is fucking me. But how old were, like, roughly, like, in age range? Like, how old were you when you learned about, like, sex?
Dude, I don't know.
Like, rough. It doesn't matter, because I'm going into something here.
Probably, I would imagine I came pretty late to the game.
Like, I mean, biological, like sperm, egg, all that stuff.
Like understanding how all that works.
Yeah.
Dude, probably like fucking 13.
How old were you when you learned about a lady's period?
16.
Okay. I remember, I don't know where, but I learned about sex really early. Like, I remember my mom asking me, she was like, do you know how sex works? And I was young.
You're like, fuck yeah, I do, bitch.
No, I was young, and I don't remember where I learned it, but she was like, do you know how sex works? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay, tell me, because she's like, you're too young. Like, dude, I had to be like under, like, I had to be like 9 or 10 when she asked me. So she was like, okay, tell me, like, call my bluff. And I was like, yeah, I was like, sperm leaves, I was like, it hits the egg, and the egg gets fertilized, and then you get a baby. And she was like, oh, okay. She didn't realize that I thought that happened when you, like, were passionately kissing in movies. Like,
nice.
I had no idea that penises or vaginas were involved at all.
So the dude's mouth was just spewing sperm into her.
Right? So there was never like a bird and the bees talk, because my mom was just like, he gets it.
I would love to have seen your mindset when you saw two girls making out. You're just like, what's the point? What are we doing here?
That kind of reminds me of the first time I ever watched a lesbian suck on a dildo. I'm like, what are you doing? That's nothing for anybody.
Doesn't do anything.
I'm like, stop.
Yeah.
But
I get you might be putting on a clinic, and that's great, but
so here's a great part about that story is I remember I knew periods existed because, like, I would see, like, tampons in the garbage can in the bathroom, be like, Mom, what the hell is going on? And she's like, oh, I'm on my period. It's a woman thing. I'm okay. Don't worry. I'm like, oh, okay. I distinctively remember I was watching an episode of Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
yeah, dude, I remember that.
Yeah, with my mom, and her daughter was getting her period. And she started crying, and she was like, I'm bleeding, I'm gonna die, I know it. But I didn't know people bled from the vagina, but I knew she had small boobs because she was a little girl. So I thought girls' chests would bleed when they were growing boobs because it was like ripping skin, and that's why she thought she was going to die.
All right.
I believed that up until I was like 15 years old.
Nice.
Like, everybody's like, nah, dude, they're talking about periods, you know, like, out of the pussy. I'm like, are you sure? I'm like, because I'm pretty sure their chests bleed, too.
Yeah.
I was a fucking idiot.
Dude, we don't know, man. They could be hiding that from us.
I was so fucking dumb. But yeah, I thought ladies bled from the chest alien style when they were growing tits. Which is weird, because if that theory is sound, which it isn't, wouldn't dudes bleed every time they got a hard on?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm smart. Oh, damn, that had a curve to it when it pinked off the green.
Deep rough. Oh, whoa.
Watch out, you might start bleeding.
Let's say we're not that kind of YouTube channel. Or are we?
I feel like we're exactly that type of YouTube channel. Have you met Alan?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
It's fine. Man, we play a lot of golf today.
I didn't think bleedy chesticles and pussies would be the conversation killer, sorry.
You didn't think so?
No, I honestly didn't.
Figured that would open the door to something else.
Yeah, I was kind of fucking hoping for it.
It's fine.
I do kind of have a headache from smiling, which is nice after the hours of wasted fucking footage we just did.
Oh, I know. Which is weird because what we played were good games. Just
Wow, I wouldn't say Amnesia was a good game.
yeah, well, yeah. It wasn't as I was expecting it to be.
It wasn't bad. It just
Boring.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I find all that horror game bullshit boring as fucking all get out.
I like that stuff.
Get on it,
I
you
found
grimy
fucking
turd
boring.
cutter.